Are you thinking about PCSing over to Hawaii and moving over to Kahala? In this video, I will discuss the pros and cons of living over in Kahala. Stick around for more details. Let's rock. Alright guys, like I mentioned today, we're going to discuss the pros and cons of living over in Kahala. Now, if you guys have not seen my videos before, allow me to introduce myself. My name is Kachola Prather. I'm a licensed agent out here on Oahu. I'm happy to assist you with your buying or selling needs out moving to Hawaii, or if you're thinking about moving to Hawaii, I'll be glad to help you as well. With that being said, let's go check out the pros and cons of living over in Kahala. Pro number 1, great amenities. Kahala has a little bit of everything for the family and kids, such as going to Diamond Head Beach, Wildlife Beach, whether it's going to the community park, or going to Kahala theaters over at the mall. There's a little bit of everything for everyone. Diamond Head Ave and Kahala Ave have one of the best beachfront stretches here on Oahu, which is close to privacy, seclusivity, and easy access depending on where they are, and it gives a bit of a tranquil yet peaceful surroundings with its low tide waves. If you're down to go surfing, I highly recommend going down Diamond Head Ave. There's a park down on the side of the road right by Diamond Head Crater. If you go right down the hill, you'll see a little patch of sand. You put yourself there and you go ahead and ride the waves further down the road. The Doris Duke Museum has some really nice Mediterranean and some Asian art as well, right next near Cromwell's, where there used to be a great diving spot. It was closed down during 2014. Kahala Community Park is a common place for community leagues and for the kids as well. Punakai Park is pretty decent, but beware, there's a lot of prickies and pokies around on the field. If you're a runner, you'd be happy to know that the Honolulu Marathon runs through inside the community during the race. If you want a real getaway but don't want to stay in Waikiki, Kahala Resort is a nice place to go. It has close access over to Waialae Country Club and has a really secluded private beach on there as well, in addition to hanging out with the dolphins. And speaking of Waialae Country Club, every second weekend of January hosts the Sony Open in Hawaii for the second PGA tournament of the year, and tickets usually come around $20. That is the best way to get you access on that private owned member only course. Pro number 2, home flexibility. Keep in mind that Kahala isn't only luxury homes, but there are also lots that are bigger than most of the Hawaii communities here on Oahu. And to some modern family homes and some condos along the freeway, you'll have some sort of flexibility in your price range. If your price range is not over in the 13 millions or 10 millions, you can get a condo at Tropic Gardens. From last time I checked here on August, there is some opening over at Tropic Gardens for a 2-bed, 2-bath going for $650,000. But HOA fees are around $700. There are townhouses available at Regency at Kahala, Makai Diamond Head, Lani Iki, and Kahala Tower. There's some options out there. Pro number 3, malls and eateries. A little bit of everything for everyone in their price points, but they also have a CPK, a Saggio's, Road Bakery, et al. At Foodland Market, Lanikai Juice, Paniolo's, and the infamous Zippy's over at Kahala, which is one of the best locations out on Oahu. And did I mention that the first Whole Foods in Oahu was made over in Kahala? Foodland Market is a little bit smaller than a lot of the Foodlands on Oahu, which is why it's very seclusive, very limited, but has some very nice quality products ranging from fresh fish, meat, and winery and liquor. Kahala Mall has more of that family and community feel. It does have Kahala 8 theaters right there, very classic for those who have been there long enough. Has a really nice candy store as well, but it doesn't bring the vibe of Ala Moana, so it's a little bit of a great thing for everyone. Pro number 4, convenient location. If you're trying to get into work towards Honolulu or into Waikiki or towards East Oahu, it's very easy access, as getting towards Hawaii Kai, you reach towards the end of the freeway and onto Kalani Anaole Highway. Whereas you can go to Waikiki, you can probably go around Kahala Ave and into Diamond Head Road, or hit the freeway, and then using the freeway straight shot into downtown or into Kaka'ako. And the communities are very tranquil, peaceful, and friendly. They got some really nice storm drains, a lot of them, ample parking, as well as a lot of sidewalks if you want to get your run on. Alright, that concludes some pros. Now, what are some cons about Kahala? Con number 1, very pricey. Want to live in Kahala, you pay the paradise tax and you pay for the location. As of July 2022, the average home price is at $3.7 million due to the fact that there's not that much supply. Even the smaller homes that are not as modern they're heading towards the $2 million range due to the amount of demand. But as the buyer pool does go down because of the increasing interest rates, you might see some homes that might sit down a little longer, resulting in some price reductions. And as the buyer pool does decrease, in my opinion, there'll probably be more cash offers going into those $1 million homes. But if Kahala has always been on your bucket list, I highly recommend you might want to start with a townhome or a condo, so that way you have a little bit of feel, rather than just having everything on the mansion. Because if you own a mansion, you not only have to maintain the upkeep, you have to pay any repairs, and it's going to be even much more expensive too. Hey, feel free to pay the paradise tax. Con number 2, low supply. As usual, low supply, high demand, and Kahala is no exception. However, there are still some alternate options besides Kahala. You could either go into Kaimo Key and up into the Waialae side, or you can go right on Halekua Drive on Ainakoa and you go up the hill and maybe try those. There will be some homes that are probably a little bit less expensive than Kahala, but probably around that range. It just depends on what you're looking for and your due diligence as well. Con number 3, no big box stores. Because it's a luxurious, peaceful, tranquil neighborhood, you're not going to expect any big box stores like Costco. You're going to have to drive all the way to Hawaii Kai or to Iwilei to get to Costco and Home Depot. If you want cheap Costco gas, you're going to have to drive to Iwilei all the way down there, as there's no Costco gas down in Hawaii Kai. As of September 7, 2022, the gas over in Kahala over at the Shell is $5.29. If you need the closest tool shop, you're gonna have to go to City Mill down in Kaimo Key, but that's not that far of a drive. Now, if you want like a regular store, of course you got Foodland Market, but they only offer some of the better quality products for the most part. But then there's also a Foodland Farms down the road on West Hine Drive, over a mile down. On number 4, located at the end of the freeway. Now, this could be a positive or negative depending on your situation. However, if you're not the kind of person that likes noise, I'll let you know that Kahala is sandwiched between the end of the freeway, where you got the gas station and Waialae Iki on one side, and then you have Kahala on the other. But it's an easy way for you to get to work no matter what. Alright guys, that wraps up the pros and cons of living over in Kahala. If you guys can do me a huge favor, if you guys enjoyed my video, if you got a lot of value, you please hit the like and subscribe and notification bell down below. And feel free to comment down about your thoughts about the video, about what I should do for my next one. What do you feel about Hawaii? And if you think about moving over to Kahala or anywhere here on Oahu, I'm a licensed agent out here. I'll be glad to help you in any way possible in your buying or selling process, or help you move out here. And I got my contact information down below, and I got my social media platforms so I can provide you the best value possible. And that's all for this video. I hope you guys appreciate it, and I hope you guys got a lot of value. This is Joey Cachola Prather, powered by eXp Realty, and I'll see you guys soon. Let's rock.